Okay, so now we're looking at transformations. So let's say we've got y equals fx, and that becomes y equals a f n times x minus h plus k. We're looking at what the a, the n, the h, and the k all do. So we should know these things. So a is your dilation from x. N, and if a is negative, then it's a reflection in the x-axis, or around the x-axis. And then we've got n. N controls our dilation from y, but that's 1 over n. So 1 over n is our dilation from y, and if that is negative, then we have a reflection in the y-axis, or around the y-axis. The H controls horizontal translations. If it's negative, it moves to the right. If it's positive, it moves to the left. K controls vertical translations. Positive is up, negative is down. So that's what we end up with there. And we've got to be able to interchange it. You expect to be able to work with both. So by both, I mean you should be able to be given a series of transformations and work at the equation, or work at the equation and from a set of transformations. So let's just put this into action for a little bit and see how this all pans out. So let's say we've got y equals, 3x squared plus, say, 3. How is that different to y equals x squared? Okay, what we want to do now, so we were asking what are the transformations done to this to turn into that thing there. Okay, so we're starting with x squared. So this, what we can do, I'm going to take out a common factor of 3, and I'm going to say we've got 3, and then we'll say x squared plus 1. So that's what we end up with there. So now based on that, I'm saying, okay, this plus 1, so we've got now x on its own, like we've got x on its own there. Here we had 3x, so we didn't want that. Here we've got that. So now we've got x on its own, and we've also got a h. So what ends up happening is that it's been dilated from x by 3, and it's been translated left by 1. We can see that because we've got the 3, that's dilation of x from 3. Dilation from x by a factor of 3, and then it's been translated 1 to the left, it's positive, and it's left. Let's say we've got something else. We've got y equals, 1 over x minus 2 all squared minus 1. How has that changed from your stock standard 1 over x squared? Needs some space. So actually let's change this up a little bit. We'll make that 2 minus x squared. So it's 1 over 2 minus x squared. How's that changed from that? Well, firstly, we've got a reflection in the x-axis, in the y-axis. So ref in y, and then as well as that, we've got so that's what we end up seeing there. So now what we want to do, we want to rewrite this so it is in 1 over negative x plus 2, and that is all squared, and we've got minus 1. So what ends up happening with this, we've got a translation 2 to the left because of that. Then we've got a reflection in y, and then this brings it down by 1. And that's what we've got going on there. So that's our transformations for that one there. So that's how you transform functions.